Live service games aren't bad, but they ain't good either. Live service games are just a product of an evolving industry. Popularized by the game World of Warcraft in 2004, game companies realized that releasing more content for a game is more profitable than making more games. As for the free-to-play model, it was popularized by Team Fortress 2 in the Uber update in the year 2011. Okay, before I proceed, I need to explain what a live service game is. So basically, they are games that are regularly updated with more content, or as I'd like to say, the games that keep on giving. Now, I ain't gonna say that live service games are good and we need more of them, or that they are a parasite and need to die. In the end, they are games, and there are games that are amazing, and games that suck. Okay, let's start with the good. You all heard of Apex Legends, right? Valorant? Yeah, they are popular for a few reasons. They are free to play, which means they are very accessible, which means more players. Regular updates so the players will have reason to keep playing the game. And that leads to happy gamers, who might spend money for in-game content like skins and battle passes. But gamers will only come back if there is something fun to come back to. And this is where these games excel at. In the case of Apex Legends, they bring new heroes who have interesting lore and bring a new playstyle to mix up the gameplay. And sometimes a new map which makes the game enjoyable enough for me to forget that I am bad at it. As for Valorant, they bring a new hero, map, and rebalancing, which makes the game feel different, which mixes things up a little once in a while. So far, live service games sound good, right? Free, replayable, and guaranteed to have some new content once in a while. And for the developers' end, all they need to do is to support the game with more content to keep the players happy, which is a lot more cheaper and profitable than making a new game. However, it ain't that simple. If the game doesn't receive regular updates, then the game will start to feel stale, which means unhappy players, which leads them to leaving. And that is how you end up with a dead game. Now, let's talk about Halo Infinite, the prime example of what not to do as a live service game. That game is dead. Hopefully, it will improve later on, but no denying, it's dead. Okay, I need to say this first. Halo Infinite is a good game. It could have been the start of a new Halo renaissance. It had so many things right. A gameplay loop and art style which satisfies both classic and modern Halo fans, promising progression and customization, at least they promised it. Too bad they fucked it up! All the potential gone! I had hope for this game. I really did. I spent sleepless nights fantasizing about playing this game. Halo Infinite lacked content that Halo Reach had at launch. No campaign co-op, and especially no Forge. They promised that they will come in 6 to 9 months after launch? And what did they do? They delayed them. Forge could have helped a lot, but they're too busy quitting to get their shit together. And with each lackluster update, I keep getting more impatient and pissed at 343. As for the customization, you know what? I ain't even gonna touch that. I might get monkeypox from how much they screwed me over. Thanks to delayed content and game modes, especially Forge, which could have saved the game, Halo Infinite is
crushed, broken, beaten, useless!
And I don't have confidence in 343 to save this game unless they get into the rhythm of making a steady stream of content and set their priorities straight. We seen the good and the bad of live service games. Now for the ugly side. Okay, what happens when the developers get bored of supporting the game and keep their players guessing on what they're gonna do next? Team Fortress 2 happens. TF2 is my second favorite game of all time. It has gameplay which is captivating enough for me to play for like 2,000 hours, a lot of customization, and such a casual atmosphere. It had years and years worth of updates, each of them adding cosmetics, weapon skins, maps, and weapons. These updates are what made the game a timeless masterpiece. Unfortunately, Valve doesn't like TF2 as much as the fans. I mean, I get it. Working on the same game for like a decade doesn't do much for Valve's bottom line. However, what pisses me off is the fact that they don't make it clear that they just want to abandon the game. And to make matters worse, TF2 has a bot crisis. A really bad one. And guess what? Valve ain't doing much about it. It's one thing not to get content updates, and it's another to have a very bad issue that's not being addressed. This issue really gives Valve a bad rep, and to be honest, they kinda deserve it for letting one of the last few games with such a classic casual multiplayer experience die a slow and painful death. Live service games are not going anywhere as long as game companies see them as profitable. And to be honest, I don't exactly mind, as long as they don't mess it up too bad. I get that people don't like them as it is hard to sustain a live service game, and game companies tend to use this model as a way to release unfinished games and patch them later on. However, when done right, the game can be a massive success and a lot of fun. Hey everyone, Enormous here, and welcome to the Afterwards section, where I talk about the thought process, problems faced, making this video, and other things like that. So I'd like to say thanks to the Halo Infinite roadmap for making me so angry that I want to make a video about how content should actually be updated to a game. I was hoping for Halo Infinite campaign co-op to come sooner, but 343 doing its thing again of breaking their promise, well, yeah. And I was also hoping for Forge to come soon, because it sounds really amazing, and based on what I've seen, it can do a lot. I mean, I had plans for making maps like a Gun Goose game mode where all of you spawn on Gun Gooses and kill each other, you know, for 4v4, 12v12, or free-for-all, you know. And another map where it's a one flag game mode where the flag is in an erect structure, and I was gonna call it something stupid like Erectus, but nope. Hope for that is gone or delayed or whatever. Anyway, enough about Halo Infinite. Let's move on to other things. Initially, I was going to do this video about live service games sucking, but I played Valorant a bunch and had fun. And then I realized, hey, Apex is also live service and was fun. Playing these games made me reevaluate my stance on live service games, and I came to the conclusion to make the video have a more neutral stance. As for TF2, I kind of added it in because I realized that the game was a perfect example of what happens after years and years of support. So I added TF2 into the video. With all that said, thank you for watching my video. If you have suggestions on what I should cover next, how to improve, or any jokes, feel free to comment below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.